The views expressed on this show do not reflect arch rival, Adidas, or any other companies associated with them. With that being said, enjoy.
Hey DJ, play that fire.
All I gotta say is, what a year, what a year. Whoa. I decided now that every year's our year. Oh yeah, man, that's till we disappear. I'm focused on the near, never what's in the rear. Recently, I swear, man, we had so many accolades. I realize I ain't sat down, not even on a Saturday. Yeah, I'm going overtime, OT, like it's TNT in South America, rockin' Rio with Riri, you know that's...
No! Three strikes! Three strikes! Three strikes! Three strikes!
All right, guys. Well, yeah, it has been an amazing year. 2016 is coming to an end. Again, thank you for listening. This is Ray Jefferson, along with my co-host, the great Jonathan McQueen, Adidas Field Agents, well, DSG specialist to be specific, but definitely Adidas Field Agents. We've been holding down this podcast for what has it been, since June now? So it hasn't really been the whole year, but about 6 months. So in 6 months, man, we've come a long way. This is episode 20, the season finale, and we got an amazing episode for you guys. It is December 24th, Christmas Eve. So again, happy holidays to everybody out there. And yeah, today's episode is going to be amazing because we're not only giving you the audio that we always do and we always try to do a great job at, but this week we're also going to give you some cool visuals that we shot. Shout out to our guy Garth. Shout out to our guy Eric. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to James, who were able to meet us down at the foundation with our guy Shakan. Shout out to Shakan, and film some cool stuff with this week's guest. But before we get into that, man, I just want to say thank you. So Jonathan, thank you to you for being an amazing co-creator. When we came up with this idea back in Portland, last time we were at training camp, it was something that I think both me and you felt strongly about, especially after seeing Mark King go up on that stage and talk about his podcast. I think we both thought that we would do a good job, but I don't think me and you could have even thought that we would ever get to this point this fast. And that makes me feel awesome when I think back about it. And I want to say thank you to you as a co-creator, and thank you to our amazing guests that we've had throughout season one. I mean, it starts with our guy Teddy Maloney, who's up in Portland now, Megan Gray, Tyler Smith, Steve Nick, O'Rain Finley, Bree, Heather, Tiandra, Nick Green, Nick Brent, Will, who we've had on multiple times, Anita, Alfonso, Genevieve, again, Shakan, like I said, who we've had on multiple times, Jay Shin, Stephanie, Ashley, KB, Sean Sweeney, shout out to Complex Magazine, Mike Thompson, Alyssa, Dania, Jason, Adam, Wad, Nelson, Victor, Juan, John, again, Tyler Smith, Sticks, Chris from Kiss, Boost God. It was great meeting him in person. Sarah Hills, of course, we wouldn't be here without Sarah. Tyler Blake, T. Blake, MC, Cedric, Nightwing, Patrick Allgood. I mean, we can't thank him enough. He came through with the logo, and definitely we're going to bless you with some merch as we come out with it. So I know you're definitely going to be somebody that's getting a gift soon. DJ Wavy, Randy the Cobbler, Malcolm, Quezzy, Katie Jacobson, Will, Bishop Naru, and again, Will, who we had on multiple times. So that was just my list of thank yous just from the people that have been on the show. But Jonathan, I want to get you on here, my great co-creator. Who do you want to say thank you to besides those guys? Because obviously we're saying
Definitely, I'm like listening to the list and I'm like getting chills, man. Like we had so many amazing guests that helped, make season one amazing. It was really cool to meet DJ Wavy, his whole crew, Bishop Naru in person. Obviously, you got to meet, Boost God and everybody I talked to that's from Colorado. Literally, like that's the first thing we talk about is Boost God. Like if you're from Colorado and you don't know Boost God, like you're not really from Colorado. So, definitely it was really cool. I was in New York City with you, obviously, a few weeks ago. That was an amazing experience at the Foundation store. And just to see, like, our field team in action in the biggest city in the world, in New York City, it was amazing. We had so many people out there just helping all the accounts in New York City, make sure that they're premium for a global visit. from the Adidas crew in Germany. So it was amazing to see all that live and in person. And, I can't thank everybody enough. Obviously, you lay it down every single week as far as doing our editing on GarageBand, on your MacBook. A lot of people are like, oh, are you guys in the studio? Are you guys doing this? Are you guys doing that? Like, nah, we're like 9 times out of 10, we're in our sweats and our flip-flops. We're on the phone doing these conference calls. And then Ray, in turn, is in his flip-flops and in his sweats, doing the editing. And then we put it all together and do a big blast. So it was great to do that for season 1. But trust me when I say season 2 is going to be lit. Like, one word, lit, season 2. We ended up with a bang with episode 20. So definitely be on the lookout for season 2. But let's go on and jump in. We got an opportunity to meet a young man. He's only 16 years old, JQ from Jersey, amazing point guard, part of the Jelly fam. Big shout out, like Ray said earlier in the episode, to Shannon and James Jones. They're like behind the scenes cats out there in New York, New Jersey area, but they're an amazing people. We're so blessed to be part of their group, and they helped put all this together. So big shout out to them. And let's go on and jump into it, man.
Obviously, if you guys are paying attention to us, this is stripeTALK, episode 20, the season finale. And we have a very special guest joining us today. He is one of the top high school basketball players in the country, repping my state, Jersey. So, of course, I feel prideful in saying that. He goes to Hudson Catholic, and his name is Jahvon Quinerly. Jahvon, what's going on?
What's good? How you doing?
Man, I am great. It's me and Jonathan on the line with you today. And first things first, man, we're dropping this podcast with the visual. So, obviously, we shot that about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. So I want you to just, talk about going to the foundation, spending time at the store, the shoes that you tried on. Just talk about that whole experience. Talk about that day.
Oh, yeah, that was dope. I was looking forward to it all day yesterday. It was just good vibes all throughout the store. Me and my brother had a great time. My brother was really excited about it.
Cool, man. We're glad you could come out, man. It was like we were meeting you for the first time, but we felt like family at the end of the day, man. So it's really good. We're so proud of everything that you got going on, and we're so fortunate to have you there in the store. So it's a great look, for Adidas, obviously, but it's also a great look for Foot Locker. Seeing a young kid like yourself going in there, just check out all the heat they have there in New York City. Next level. So make sure you go check out the flagship Foot Locker store in downtown Manhattan in New York. It's an amazing store. So who are some of the Adidas athletes that are signed to the brand that you love the most that play in the NBA currently?
Damian Lillard and James Harden, definitely. Those two guys. Dame's just chip on his shoulder. He's the goods, definitely. And, James is probably my favorite player right now. He's doing it big.
Killing the competition, man. Our guy Harden is stepping it up for sure. I think that was actually the night that we shot it, or even the day after that. That's when he played up against Westbrook, and we all were communicating, trying to figure out who was going to have the better game. And I told y'all Harden was going to pull it out. It was an ugly game, though, so I'll admit that. But Harden and them boys pulled it out. And like you said, they killing the competition this year. But a shoe like the Harden that has full-length boost, asymmetrical lacing system, like how did that feel when you actually put that one on at the foundation?
Oh, yeah, that was a comfortable shoe. I need to get the play in them, though. But for the most part, definitely a comfortable shoe.
Obviously you saw a whole bunch of shoes while you were out there. So what was your favorite basketball shoe while you were there, man?
My favorite basketball shoe, between the new Hardens and those Volt Lillards, between those two. But I think I'm going to go with the Harden. I feel like I can wear them on the court and off the court.
Cool, man. That's what's up. So what do you like most about the Adidas brand right now that's separating it from all the other brands that are out there?
They got the lifestyle component and the basketball. That's probably the main thing right now. They got the Yeezys, then they got the Lillards that just came out. They doing it big right now on both ends.
For sure, man. And on both ends of the court, that's how the top players, I think, make their name. So when you're out there on the court, is there any player that you've been compared to? I know when I saw you, I was joking around and saying that I compare you to like a Jamal Murray, who's an Adidas guy and one of the young and upcoming guys that we have on the brand. But who would you kind of compare your game to? And it doesn't have to be an Adidas player. It could be any player that you think you play like.
Definitely Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard. Between those two players, I feel like I got the chip on my shoulder that Damian Lillard has, because he's just an underrated player in the league. They starting to know him now, because obviously he's been putting up numbers for a while. But it took people a while to notice him, and you know, Kyrie is tough.
For sure, man. Dame Lillard is definitely that guy, and Kyrie Irving, man. We used to play against him in high school. That guy is tough for sure. So what are some of the strong points of your game?
I think my ability to score and also get my teammates involved at the same time. A lot of guards my age are like one-dimensional. They can either score or they can either just get their teammates involved. So I feel like I can do both things. And I also get my teammates better.
All right, JQ, man. So being a point guard, you're all about the team, man. So go on and tell me about your teammates, man.
My boy Taheem Burno. Me and him will be rotating the 1 this year. Luther Muhammad, top 50 guard in the country as well. Lewis King, top 30 in the country. I think he's ranked a little bit higher than me. 6'7", wing, can dribble, shoot, all that. And our center, Danny Rodriguez. Yeah, he's young, so his game's evolving. So I'm excited to see where he's at this season. And we all just excited, to be honest. We fell short last year, and I need that under my belt.
So obviously, JQ, you just been playing a huge tournament in Florida. So go on and tell them a little bit about how that went. Obviously, you made the all-tournament squad, so go on and do a little humble brag on that, man.
Yeah, I think we played well as a team, 3-1, the best high school tournament in the country. I feel like we represented Jersey well. We didn't get the chip, but we took the 5th place hardware. I got the all-tournament team plaque. That was definitely a good experience. We'll be back out there next year.
Well, shout-outs to you guys. I mean, people forget you're only a junior, so that's super-duper dope. But we want to touch on, too, your humble beginnings. So talk a little bit about, you know, how you grew up and where you were able to find that Jersey toughness in your basketball game.
You know what it was? Growing up in Jersey, you know, New York basketball, they got that toughness in them. So growing up, like my middle school days, I every summer, me and my man's Ja, he's also a Jelly fan, by the way. Jaquay James, Joel Santana nephew. We'd be in the city, we'd be playing, we'd be jumping park to park, playing pickup games, just going at like the older dudes, just getting roughed up a little bit. Like that's where I got my toughness from, playing in the city. And that's basically where it came from. Like that's how I got my toughness.
Jersey, man, we've been producing a lot of ball players for a long time now. But speaking of ball players, y'all got a nice little Jelly fam crew. A lot of people in the Northeast, we get it, we seen it. Obviously, Kyrie rocks with it. But for those people that are the listeners that's out on the West Coast that don't know nothing about Jelly fam, let them know.
All right, so the Jelly fam is my man's Isaiah and Ja. They came up with it, and then they put me and my man's they put me and 5 others down. Like once it started to expand, it's basically just a finger roll, and you add your little spice to it. So like I wish I could like show y'all. It's like the Dr. J finger roll, but you add your little spice to it. You know what I mean? There's multiple ways you could do it. There's a reverse jelly. I know a lot of the youngins out there, they one-dimensional with their right hand. You got to be able to jelly with your right hand and your left hand. You know what I mean? It got a lot to do with putting spin on the ball and practicing like where to put it off the backboard for it to drop in. But that's basically it. It's definitely blowing up right now, though. We're just happy to have like Kyrie and all these like big time guys supporting the movement. So
big time guys support big time players, and that's exactly what you are. But being that you're a big time player, you get recruited heavily. So talk a little bit about that feeling. You know, a lot of schools really want you to come to their school and play basketball for their university. So talk a little bit about that for us.
Nah, it's really amazing. Like when Jay Wright came into my school and watched me this preseason, he came in and watched a few of my workouts. That's when I like knew like this is crazy, because you know they just won the NCAA championship. So like that was just amazing to me, just seeing how a coach like that really wants me to go to this school. But I think my first offer was in my freshman year, so I had that edge on a lot of people, because I know a lot of kids don't get offered until like their junior, senior year. So when I got that first offer, like my confidence level just boosted, and from there on out, like I knew I just had to keep working. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man, and you're on the right path to success. So we wish you nothing but the best. We appreciate you jumping on the line today, and obviously big shout out to you and your brother for coming through to the store. We're so glad that we could give you that experience, and
Definitely.
make sure, you check it out. So before we let you get off the line, I want you to shout your squad out. I want you to go on and drop your social media handle. That way folks can go out there and follow you, man, and see your career.
Shout out to the bros, Jelly Fam. Those are my guys, day one guys right there. My Twitter is real Jahvon Q, and my Instagram is JellyJQ 3Ls, and that's pretty much it.
Like Jonathan said, man, shout out to you for coming through and showing us some love. We appreciate you. Everybody at the store had a blast when you were out there, and we cannot wait to watch and see that growth and development, bro. You only a junior, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Full high school season and then another one next year, and an AAU season this summer. So
exactly.
I'm looking forward to the journey.
Well, man, I feel like we know JQ now. I mean, we've seen his journey. We spoke to him in the foundation. We're speaking to him now. I know he's a young man on a mission. He's staying steady. So keep it up, JQ. We're rooting for you, and we can't wait to see big things from you.
Thanks again to our guy JQ for coming through and blessing us with not only the audio and the podcast feature, but stopping through the foundation and getting that shopping experience and seeing Shakan and seeing the whole Foot Locker crew, and it was just crazy walking around there, and everybody knows Three Stripe Handshake that our guy Jacob and the crew made up back in the day. So shout out to them, and it's amazing, bro. But like you said earlier, bro, Season 2 is about to be lit. That is just a preview of the things that we got coming. Obviously, this is the season finale of Season 1. So, again, thank you to everybody for listening and for supporting us all throughout Season 1. The hat that has been up for pre-order is now officially for sale. So that's just part 1 of the merchandise. Part 2 of the merchandise from Season 1 is about to hit the site too. So make sure you guys stay locked in on that. It's going to be something really cool, something versatile for you guys to be able to wear. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but if you follow me on Snapchat, which is just my name, REY.JEFF, so Ray.Jeff on Snapchat, then you've probably seen a preview of it. But yeah, Season 2 is about to be all the way crazy. So we're going to hit you with more visuals. Obviously, Jonathan is in South Carolina and I'm in New York, New Jersey. So it's not going to be a visual every week like we would want. But the visuals will start with us in Portland and continue on from there. And then we're going to keep working with, amazing guests. We're going to have, artists on here like we've had before. We're going to have athletes. We're going to have entertainers. Our main goal is to basically, help translate visuals into reality. So with our platform here, we're able to come at you guys each week and basically give you guys the best of Adidas. But not only from our perspective being in the field, but also from other people's perspective. So I think Season 2 is going to be amazing, to say the very least. What do you think?
Man, I don't know what more I could possibly say other than the word lit. It's going to be crazy. Ray has been working hard. I've been working hard. And like you said, he's in Jersey. I'm in South Carolina. But we will be meeting up in a few weeks in Portland, Oregon. We will be at North America headquarters of Adidas, out there for training camp for the field team. So we cannot wait to link up again and obviously see our whole family out there in Portland. But, I think more importantly, just being able to show that vibe. We've been inspiring folks with stripeTALK and making sure that, everybody's getting on the stripeTALK wave, but to really see it in action is going to be amazing. So we cannot wait for that. We're so glad that we were able to drop the visuals. So what do you see for Season 2, man? What is on your wish list? Obviously it's Christmas time, it's Christmas Eve. So what is on your wish list for Season 2, man?
My wish list is I got high hopes. Like they always say, reach for the moon, and if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. So I got John Wexler. Happy birthday to him. It was his birthday the other day, and I know he always, says thank you whenever we shout him out. So definitely we want Wex on here. We want guys from the basketball BU, from every BU. I always say basketball just because that's my sport. But football BU, they're killing it. Baseball BU is going to be up and coming, and with the success of Chris Bryant last year, it's going to be even bigger. But I also want to still talk to those influencers, still talk to those people that love the product from a third party standpoint, and just lead, man. I want to lead. I want to continue to help everybody grow, whether it's through this podcast, talking to them through the field, and being almost like a virtual leader, or just them seeing us continue to make and create great things. You know, Adidas is the creator brand, like we always say, and I just want season 2 to be the most creative thing they've ever seen. So that's my wish list, but it's a big wish list. Not to get too detailed. What about your wish list?
Hey man, it's a wish list. I'm going hard, bro. I'm going definitely John Westler. I want the president of Adidas, hands down. Germany, North America, world, global headquarters in Germany. I want everybody, man. I want all of our influencers on there. I want like people from Robin NYC to, you know, Pharrell Williams to Snoop Dogg to Brandon Ingram to James Harden. Like, I want the full list, you know. I want everybody, you know, DeAndre Hopkins. I want Dak Prescott. Like, I want them all, man. So wherever you're coming from, I want you on for season 2. That's definitely my number 1, man. I mean, my wish list is extreme, but hey, bro, I got to shoot for that stars, man, for real.
And shout out to our guy, Mark King, like you said, the president of the company. He was so gracious to even say hi to me when we were chilling in New York for the opening of the Fifth Ave flagship store, which is amazing, by the way, So if you guys aren't from New York or you haven't seen it yet, make sure you stop through over there sometime in 2017. But yeah, that would be amazing to get like Extraordinary Happens and stripeTALK collabing on one podcast. Maybe when we go up there in Portland, maybe that would be an episode or something like that. Maybe we can work that out with him. But that's, you know, like you said, that's our wish list. Also, obviously, new merchandise will come out. We're just getting started on the merchandise end, so it's been a little slow as far as like the rollout of the merchandise. But now I think we're picking up a full head of steam, and we're going into 2017 with some really good connects as far as the merchandise lane goes. But dude, I mean, we're about to go to training camp. This is where the idea all started. So we got a little bit of time to reflect. Me and you started our jobs in February, so we're approaching our year. You know, from this past year, what do you think you've learned from being in the field?
I think, you know, from the year that I've been in the field, I've just been learning, you know, just being a big sponge, soaking up everything I possibly can. I saw the change in real time from all my associates, you know, rocking other competitor brands to now, like, everybody on the whole footwear deck has on Ultra Boost. Like, you know, just to see that, you know, has been amazing. I've seen, you know, the product that I'm able to VM properly, sell through. I've been a part of, you know, Black Friday and obviously now Christmas shopping, you know, 4th of July, big, you know, blast for summer. So I've seen a lot of different things in almost the last year, and, you know, definitely very, very blessed to be part of the brand and involved in, you know, regional sales meetings. I've been up to New York City, part of the VM Extraordinary Bonanza in New York. So been involved in a lot of stuff. So definitely cannot say enough that we are extremely blessed to be in our positions, and we cannot wait to kill it again next year. But I think more importantly, I've learned that just because I'm a field agent and just because I literally don't see my coworkers every single day does not mean that we're not one big family. And I think that's what stripeTALK does, is it brings us together. We know how hard it is to go to work and you don't see anyone that you technically work with. So to be able to talk to people like Ray every single day is just exactly what we need. And I know from our field team alone, I get those texts all the time. They're like, man, I had that 2-hour drive to my other store, but it definitely made it go by faster listening to stripeTALK. So that's what it's all about, man. So we appreciate all the love and support. We started with episode 1, where we had 4 listeners, like myself, you, your girl, my girl. So we went from 4 listeners at episode 1 to now have reached over 20,000. So, you know, to go from 4 listeners to 20,000 is amazing. So, you know, just to see that power of just our brand and stripeTALK is amazing. So thank you, Ray, for all your hard work. I appreciate it. What about you, man?
Oh, man. For me, like you said, I think seeing that transition in real time at our individual doors. I mean, for me, I'm a dedicated agent, so I got one door, but it's almost turned from a Dick's Sporting Goods door to a Adidas door, like a D2C, because every time I go in there, man, they got the hottest kicks on. I walked in there yesterday and we got 3.0 Ultra Boost. I'm like, how do we get 3.0? I talked to I talked to Rick, who's the district manager, and he said, yo, your sell-through numbers are so crazy. And, we want to make sure that we support you guys in any effort to get you guys the newest things. And we just think that you've earned the right to have the newest stuff at the store. So shout out to DSG 196, man. They've been crushing it. They've been killing it. But one thing that I'll take away from the field, like you said, it can be lonely out there sometimes. And I do think stripeTALK is a vessel that helps everybody reconnect on a weekly basis, or, whenever we decide to drop the podcast, especially going into season 2. But one quote that I always love, and it was something my old basketball coach used to say, is a man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back to the crowd. So basically, you can't make everybody happy. And I think when I first started doing this job, I was trying to please every single individual I ever ran into, I ever worked with. And it's not that I still don't try to do that. It's just that I realize now, being in the field, that whether it's somebody that is working for the brand or somebody that's not working for the brand, whether you're selling to somebody, whether you're VMing something, not every single person is ever going to be happy with every single thing that you do. And the great part about our job is that we have a team of people who get the job done, GSD, as we always call it. And as a whole, we're all on the same page and we all have the same vision. And I think that's the main thing about leadership, is just making sure that to convey that vision so that everybody's on the same page. And I think from my DSG to my region to my whole field agent squad to Adidas, we're all on the same page. And because we're all on the same page, we get done. And that's exactly why it's the GSD side of things. And I think that this whole year in the field, I've learned how to get ish done, and I've learned how to lead, whether it's my peers or the people that are actually working at the DSG. So I think it was an amazing year. I'm happy. I'm really happy. I think we're in a good place. Actually, I think we're in a great place. And I know that stripeTALK is only going to get better, because, to be honest, we've only done audio. So now we're going to hit people with visuals. Now we got merchandise. We had aha moments recently. I know you had a run-in with a person in Germany who we're going to have on the show in season 2, who said they've been listening to us ever since like episode 5. And I've had run-ins before with people that know my name just because they says it on iTunes, which I think is so funny. But yeah, man, I think this last year in the field has been a very memorable one, but it's also probably been one of the greatest years and greatest experiences of my life. So shout out to you, man. And again, shout out to the whole arch rival and Adidas team, because without them, none of this would be possible. And yeah, man, I'm so blessed on Christmas Eve to even be here and be in this moment. So I'm just really trying to enjoy it. And I can't wait to spend the rest of Christmas Eve and the rest of Christmas with my family so that we can continue to enjoy. So I think now that we're in this moment, what do you want to do? You want to go words of wisdom?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what do you got? Oh, you want me to go ahead and jump into words of wisdom? So do you want to say?
Yeah, you got to go first. You got to go first, man. This is the Words of Wisdom Championship right now. Now play. All you, man.
So my words of wisdom, man, for season finale is simple, man. Leaders must lead even in darkness. So sometimes when we have like stripeTALK, we have no idea what's going on for the next week's episode. And, we're scrambling around like, to everybody else, it seems like we're good, like we're on track and we'll get ready to kill it. Same thing happens in the field, man. You can be thrown different obstacles, and you have to make split-second decisions to change it and make sure that, Adidas is on point. And I think, for everybody, sometimes you may be in darkness, but you're still going to have to lead, and that's when true leaders emerge, man. So leaders must lead even in darkness. So that's my quote for this week, man. And what do you got for me, man?
Fire, man, fire. Great quote. Love the thought process. And yeah, man, you're a leader. Ain't nobody ever gonna say you're not. At least not around me. And so for me, I'm gonna go with "Fly Me to the Moon, Let Me Play Among the Stars." So for me, I always how do I want to word this? For me, I always am at my best when I'm around the best. I never want to be the smartest person in the room. If I am, I'm in the wrong room. And I want to continue to grow. And I think that Adidas, arch rival, is such an amazing company, and they're such amazing people that run it and allow us to do us and allow us to be great at what we do in the field. I just want to continue to grow, and I want stripeTALK to grow. I want you to grow. I want my family to grow. I want everything to continue to grow, because the only constant in this world is change. So for me, I want to be flown out to the moon so that I can play among the stars. That's my quote this week. And yeah, man, that's the season finale, bro. So I'm gonna see you soon. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope Aaliyah, Isaac, and Yolanda all get what they want for Christmas. So shout out to your family. Shout out to my family, Jefferson crew. You know we're gonna hold down Christmas. We're gonna be probably supporting Will Smith, going to see his movie. My mom always wants us to hang out as a family and usually go to the movie. So shout out to my family. Shout out to the Tolentino, which is Reese's family. We're going to definitely hang out with you guys. Can't wait to see Mateo for his first Christmas. So you know I'm going to be posting pictures about that. And, yeah, shout out to everybody, dude. I know we've name-dropped a bunch of people on this episode, but there's so many other people that we're probably forgetting to name-drop. And I do apologize for that, but you guys know when you see me, you know what time it is. You know you guys are special. And shout out to you guys. Happy holidays to everybody. And yeah, man, I'm good. What about you, man? You good?
Yes. So season finale, Christmas Eve. So obviously, shout outs to everybody I know out there. You know, everybody from the field team, the whole McQueen family, the whole Jefferson family. Those my family too, man. Big shout out to everybody out there, like DSG, boosters, field agents, original agents, Macy's agents, like all our program managers, all of our regional managers, like, yeah, exactly, like, huge shout-out. Academy, too. So, like, just, there's so many people out there. I cannot wait to see the whole family in January. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody out there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. We will kill it in Season 2. Don't you worry. Don't doubt it for a second. It's about to be litty lit. So I can't wait for tomorrow, man. Christmas with the family, opening up all the gifts. I know, Isaac and Aaliyah, their Christmas is going to be amazing. And, of course, Yolanda always gets everything she wants. So, big shout-out to you, man. You know, you guys got a big gift from your way. So big shout-out to you. And just enjoy it, man. We're blessed, so enjoy it. And big shout-out to everybody out there, man.
For sure, man, for sure. Well, what a blessed year it's been. What a blessed season it's been. It's only going to get better, as we keep saying, for Season 2. Should be coming to you at the top of the year. Stay tuned to our Instagram and our Twitter for more information on that. And it's finally that time. I've been waiting all episodes to say this. From the bottom of our hearts here at stripeTALK, from me, Ray Jefferson, and Jonathan McQueen, we just want to say... Merry Christmas and